Hello, everyone, in person and online, and welcome to the 2023-24 Men's Basketball On-Campus Media Day. First off, we're going to start off with some players here. We have Chris Mantis and Donovan Gregory. A little bit later, we'll have three more players, move into some assistants, and then we'll have head coach Dustin Kearns last at about 2:45. So I'd like to introduce Chris Mantis here. He's a junior forward from, this will be his third year at App State, and then Donovan Gregory in his fifth year at App State. We'll just open up with questions from the media and everybody in attendance, and we'll just ask you to state your name and who you work for, and then we'll go from there. So open up to questions.
Ethan Smith, the Appalachian. Donovan, take me back to the spring and kind of what led to you deciding to use that extra year of eligibility.
Really just sat down a lot thinking with my parents, and it was just something I felt was the right decision for me to come back for my fifth year.
Question for both of you. What have y'all kind of worked on in the offseason to try to get ready for this season?
Just one major thing was just getting in better shape. So a lot of body transformation stuff, a lot more time spent in the weight room, and I think it's really been helping us out so far.
I guess to piggyback what Don said, just getting in better shape, playing faster. Obviously a lot of stuff in the weight room. Maintain that throughout the season. It's a long year, so trying to avoid injuries and just making sure we're eating right.
Last season had a lot of highs, a lot of lows. What have y'all been able to take from last season and try to use it towards this season? What have you learned from it?
Just like for me, just being more together on and off the court. And I think right now something that's helped this team is just our chemistry is there. And, we're playing for the next man instead of playing for ourselves. And that's something that's helping us out this year.
For sure. Just staying more consistent. I think this year, like Don said, we just trust each other more, and we think it'll translate to the games. We've been playing well in practice, so I think just staying consistent and just taking it day by day will really help this year.
Both, personally and as a team, what are some expectations you have for yourselves? Obviously, the preseason Sun Belt pulls up. Y'all are rated very highly. What are the expectations you have for both as a group and individual?
Really, for a group and individual, I guess the goal is the same for me. I just want to win. So.
Same thing. Just obviously the goal is to, win the conference, go back to the tournament. But, we're not really going to look that far yet. We're just going to take it one day at a time.
Any other questions?
Hey guys, Ethan Bumgarner, or with App State Athletics. Just Donovan, for you specifically, how will you plan to motivate and be a leader for your team as you take on more of a leadership role this year?
Just making sure that I'm constantly communicating with the guys on the team, letting them know I'm there for them. Learning everybody's strengths, weaknesses, and even working on my own as well. So just being able to hold people accountable, but hold myself accountable as well. So that's something I'm doing this year.
And for both of you, and you might have already touched on this too, but what is one aspect of your game that you both have felt like you've improved on this offseason?
I would say for me, just staying in the weight room, just trying to transform my body into a better, basketball player, and just getting a better overall shape. I think everyone's kind of done that too, so it's been good so far.
And I would say the same thing. I lost 10, 15 pounds, so that's helped me be a lot faster. I'm in better shape, and that's one thing that I think is going to help me be a better player this year.
Anything else for Donovan and Chris? All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Up next, we'll have Miles Tates, Justin Abson, and Terrence Harkham. All right, up next we have Terrence Harcum, Justin Abson, and Miles Tate. Terrence is in his third year here, Justin in his second year, and Miles in his first year at App State. We'll open up the floor for questions. Just, again, state your name and who you work for, and we'll go from there.
Ethan Smith, the Appalachian. First for Miles, what kind of ended up leading you to decide to come to App State and be a part of the Mountaineers?
Really, when I took my visit here, met all the players, I think the most important thing for me was actually getting on the court with them and seeing how I would gel, and I gelled with them from day one. And I knew the coaching staff from previous experiences, so it was all a perfect fit for me.
For Terrence and Justin, what were your first impressions of Miles, both on and off the court? And also, what are your first impressions of just getting this team back together for another season?
My first impression of Miles was he was a leader. Like, while we was playing pickup, he was talking to us. He wasn't being quiet. He was talking to us like we know him for a whole year. So
I would agree with that. He came in, acting like a leader, you feel me? And we all kind of just went with the flow, and, that was about it.
Question for all of you: what kind of stuff were you working on in the off season to get better at, or just to help prepare you for this season?
I would say our conditioning, or my conditioning as well. Game's up and down, you feel me? So the better we are in shape, the better we're gonna be in the long run.
Yeah, Terrence said it best. We're trying to play faster, and that's a part with me being a big man, being able to run the floor. So it's just being in better condition.
Yeah, just like they said, I think focus point for us in the summer was getting in shape and staying in shape. And with us playing fast, that's going to be a big thing for us.
What are some of your expectations, both for yourselves as players and also for this team?
Our expectation is to win, no matter the cost. That's our real expectation, is to win.
Yeah, Terrence said it best. I don't really have any personal goals. I just want the team to have success. So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to come here and win as many games as we can as a group, and contribute to winning in the best way I can.
Hey guys, Ethan Bumgarner with App State Athletics. For all of you, which one of your teammates are you most excited about playing on the court this year with?
I'll probably say Miles, since I play with the majority of the guys from last year. So I'll just say Miles, just a new guy to play with.
I would agree with that. Also, I agree, everybody, man. It's new faces here. Now we started to play with every single one of them. So.
Yeah, for me, it's a whole new environment, whole new group of people to work with, and every day being special for me, like just being in it. So I say everybody as well.
Any other questions for Terrence, Justin, and Miles? All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
We'll have you guys go over to Open Chambers with WKBC. for the three of them. Just ask that you state your name and your affiliation again and go from there.
Ethan Smith, the Appalachian. Coach Smith, can you just talk to me, what was the process like for you joining the staff up here?
Yeah, it was exciting. My wife and I were excited to get back closer to home. Coach Kearns has obviously done a fantastic job here, along with the rest of the staff. So having the opportunity to get back here with a program that's continued to be on the rise was really a no-brainer for us. And just really excited to be here and see what this place has been all about.
What do you think you can help bring to the table in order to help, the players grow and help this team win? What do you bring to the table? Yeah,
absolutely. I think, for myself, I'm a people pleaser. So whatever these guys need me to do, man, I'm here to do. We have a fantastic staff from top to bottom. They've really helped me in my transition. Very grateful for that. And our players are hard workers and easy to coach and fun to be around. So for myself, really just helping them grow. This is a players program that for us, I think as a whole staff, it's really putting them first and figuring out a way to put them in the best light possible. So just hoping to supplement that and really be a part of a fantastic special season.
And for all the coaches, what were some things you did kind of during the offseason help, prepare you for this season, whether it's looking back on some mistakes from last year or just something new you did to try to help get ready for this year?
Well, I'll start. Just in the offseason, we always tell our guys to, improve and develop themselves. We try to develop as coaches as well. So we try to learn from last year, watching film, see where we made mistakes and how we can improve on those mistakes from last year. We studied a lot of film, and then we sat down with all the guys and took some input from them as well. With us having a lot of returners that have been part of this program for multiple years, we value their input, and we also try to develop them as well. And so guys are a year older, they're a year more experienced under Coach Kearns and his culture and how he wants to do things. And so really growing from that, and so that's kind of how we're approaching this season, is moving forward and getting better every day.
Yeah, I think going off Coach Young, really just finding the strengths and weaknesses of our guys. No matter how many guys you have coming back, they all develop right through the offseason, right? So some guys get better at some things, some guys step into different roles. So I think finding things that really fit us offensively and defensively was something I think we all really took to heart, and excited to see how it all kind of pans out for them as the year goes on.
Yeah, I think this group's process started last spring, where we had a core group of returners, and they were an integral part of helping this new group get in the right direction. Our staff's great, and we try to fit things to the players, but most importantly, everything that they do is daily basis getting better, just like we try to.
Who are some guys, maybe a returner or one of the newcomers, that really kind of just surprised you when you first either got back to campus or during some of those summer workouts?
If returner-wise, it's hard to single one guy out, because all of those guys really took a step forward in just getting better on the court every single day and really putting the work in to try to improve their game and improve their weaknesses from the year prior. So I can't really single out one of those guys. I think for the new guys, Miles Tate has been great for us. He brings that experience and those leadership qualities. Jordan Marsh is a guy that he is a blur on the court, very fast, very quick. Trayvon Spillers is a guy that can really rebound the ball, block shots, brings that motor. Josh Hayes is long, he's athletic, plays hard, 7'4" wingspan, so he's a guy that we really like. Luke Wilson is a guy that's been in the gym working hard every single day. Etienne Struthers is a guy that can stretch the floor. He's coming along as well. But this is probably the hardest working group we've had from top to bottom, and just the amount of guys that are in the gym every single day, coming in the office, watching film, things like that. So I think as a group, everybody's taking a step forward and trying to improve their game.
Noah Cornelius, App TV. Dustin Kearns has done a lot to create a culture amongst this basketball team, and with these new promotions and you guys stepping into your roles, how has that culture rubbed off on y'all, or have y'all contributed to it in any way?
Well, I think we just follow the footsteps of Coach Kearns and the type of culture he wants. He wants a culture of appreciation. He wants a culture of hard work. Everybody knows the take the stairs mentality, and so we've embraced that culture because we all believe in it. Staff chemistry is just as important as team chemistry, and so we're all on the same page. We all believe everything that Coach Kearns is preaching and trying to build with this program every single day. And so we have been able to carry on that culture throughout our messaging to the players every single day.
Yeah, I think, kind of being the new guy here, I think really it's all about the people. Coach Kearns has done a great job hiring the right people. I don't know if I include myself in that, but everybody else here has been great, and then I think it comes down to recruiting as well. Like, you recruit the right type of people, it's pretty easy to get them to figure out kind of how to be successful here. So I think that's what's been really cool is the alignment from staff to players all the way down has really been something that I can tell just from, like I said, being new that has been a priority here, and it's fun to see.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing from top to bottom is appreciation, and we appreciate the opportunity to be caretakers of this program just like our players do. And so if you appreciate that opportunity every single day, you're going to give everything you got for App State.
Thanks, guys.
Any other questions for Coach Young, Coach Smith, or Coach Zork?
Don't know the exact rosters of all of your opponents this year, but I know that we have a lot of returning leadership and production. So just talk about what that means to you as coaches to go into a season knowing that you have a lot of guys that have been through seasons, multiple seasons, and guys like Donovan that have been through a lot. And just what that brings to you in terms of what you can expect for the season.
Well, I think having continuity in your roster in this day and age is very rare. And so to have majority of your roster returning and all those minutes and all that experience returning is important. And so not only because of they've gotten better under us, but they know what to expect from Coach Kearns and the staff on a day-to-day basis. And so we don't have to teach every little thing every single day. They know what to expect, and then they're bringing along the new guys and what's expected throughout the program. And so the learning curve is much bigger when you have that experience walking around. And so when you have a player-led team, the success can take care of itself.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll have head coach Dustin Kearns. All right. We have head coach Dustin Kearns here. Kearns is in his 5th year with the program. We're going to start off with an opening statement for Kearns, and then we'll move into questions. So, Coach Kearns, take it away.
Yeah, appreciate all y'all being here. We're excited to get going. Certainly less than 2 weeks away from tip-off. We're excited about this group. We've got 11 of our 12 scholarship players have chosen App State as their first school, and that's something we're really proud of. And we return almost 4,700 minutes from last season, and 6 players, this is another good stat, 6 players on our team have played over in 50 Division I games. So we've got a lot of experience. We've got a lot of returners. We've got a lot of guys that Donovan Gregory's our 3rd all-conference player to come back and use their COVID season. So excited about this season, great group, and looking forward to it.
All right, now we'll move into questions. As always, state your name and your affiliation, and take it away.
Ethan Smith, the Appalachian. Coach, obviously returning essentially 5 starters. What are some of the expectations you have for this group?
Yeah, Ethan, I think that our expectations are high, and expectations are a good thing. They're not our focus, but obviously you want that. You want expectations. That's, at the end of the day, that's a positive. I think our expectations are just simply, instead of trying to be result-oriented, just simply trying to get better every single day. I know that sounds cliche-ish, but really focusing on the little things and understanding that that's why we're in this position with returners and the experience, and not necessarily focus on, quote, the expectations.
Obviously, last season had some highs, had some lows. What kind of changes did you make in terms of being a coach, or how the team prepares for this season?
Yeah, I think that as coaches and as a program, as the head coach, evaluated all aspects of the program, and certainly we've made some changes on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. We've got a new assistant coach. And so we've got some new players, but obviously we went out and really, you probably did as much self-evaluation as we ever have. We always try to do that, but this year we did a lot, and really spent all summer and things trying to evaluate what's best for this team and our players, as we're married to our players, not our system. And we feel like we've made some good adjustments on both sides.
Now that you're in your 5th season here at App State, how have you kind of continued to develop as a coach, especially, given how college sports, the landscape is constantly changing?
Yeah, I think ongoing learners is part of every profession, every facet, age. And so certainly I pride myself on being an ongoing learner. And, I went to a coaching clinic this summer. I went and sat down with 7 or 8 different coaches, and certainly, continue to try to learn. And certainly I don't have all the answers, but certainly try to, whether it's a basketball technique, whether it's a teaching technique, whether it's a leadership, all the above. Certainly as our players develop on the court, as coaches, we're trying to develop as well.
Coach Aikman Chambers, WKBC Radio and Wilkesboro. When you look at the way your schedule lines up this year, we've seen how it's really been talked about on the football side of these regional matchups, these in-state games, how important they are. Well, from the time you guys get back from Fort Myers until 2024, you don't leave the state of North Carolina, whether you're playing here in Boone or on the road. Talk about how important it is to get some of those in-state and regional games as part of your non-conference schedule.
It's very strategic. Part of it, there's a lot that goes into it. Part of it is the academic piece. And so with our exam schedule being, early December, it's very strategic to have our players here in class. And so so I feel like we're in class in here all the way up a couple weeks before exams. Certainly we're going to do some traveling before that. And then after exams into the holiday season, with our students and things going home, I think it's important for us to travel around the state and play in front of our incredible fan base and our alumni. And so, as you mentioned, we don't leave the state of North Carolina in the month of December. However, after exams, we play in Charlotte, Greensboro, and Hickory, 3 huge markets for our incredible alumni and fan base. And so that was certainly strategic and something that we're going to try to hopefully continue to do. I think that some of the hardest part about scheduling is it's got to be a 2-party agreement. And certainly we were fortunate to get some quality teams and programs and play around the state in front of our fans. We've got a Sun Belt MAC Challenge. That's 2 games. So we're on the road at Northern Illinois. And then the game in February, we won't know until maybe mid-January, which is exciting and is something new. And we were able to get Oregon State on that trip and kind of, tie that in, and then going to Fort Myers and playing against UNC Wilmington and Murray State, 2 really, really good programs. And then coming back, get Austin Peay and ETSU, 2 really good programs right before, certainly a highlight with Auburn.
And you already mentioned 11 of your 12 players, scholarship players, this was their first choice school and they have been here. How big is that for when you have to go back out on the road recruiting or look through the transfer portal? Is that to be able to say, look, we've built a program here where kids come and they want to stay?
Yeah, it's huge. And we pride ourselves on being the development program. Our coaching staff was named by our peers as the best development program in the Sun Belt. And so it's development on and off the court, weight room, all the above. But certainly, like I said, we're proud of that. I opened that up with, like I said, I don't know how many programs could say that 11 or 12 or 13 guys chose App State for the first time. And, certainly we're proud of that.
Noah Cornelius, App TV. My question is about culture, but a little bit of context behind that question before I go into it. My professor, Bob Dillner, new to the area, loves basketball, and he wonders what the impact of basketball is around the area. You've been here, this is your 5th season. How have you seen App State basketball really permeate into the area? Obviously, there's the football program, which is like apples to oranges, but how have you seen App State basketball really permeate into Boone and the surrounding areas?
Yeah, no, I think that we've really tried to be in the community, and whether it's going to help out at Parkway Fall Festival or Blowing Rock or Hardin Park, the parking lines. But I really feel like our coaches and our players have done a great job in the community because we have such a great community here in the high country and surrounding area. I think I don't have the exact numbers, and so I'm not going to make something up, but I think that in our 4 years, attendance has grown in basketball over 70%. And so I think that we're trending in the right direction and elevating the support here. Now, as you all can see, there's a parking garage going up here, and thanks to Chancellor Everett and our Board of Trustees for that, because that's only going to help with attendance. And so, but I think we're on the upward trajectory of attendance and support, but I think it goes back to the engagement that we've had in the community. We've done a lot in the community, and we will continue. And I think that's one of the special parts of App State, the community.
And it almost seems like not too long ago you were the head coach at Presbyterian College, and again, you're in your 5th season here. Do you ever think back to where you once started in comparison to where you are now, and does that give you motivation for the future of your coaching career?
Yeah, I really don't try to look in the rearview mirror a lot. I think there's so much going on. There's so much looking to the future with recruiting or player development or and trying to continue to build the program. But, certainly I feel like that, all 4 years we've finished in the top half of the conference. I think we've got 6 Sun Belt tournament wins. I don't know some of those numbers, but I feel like that the identity and the perception of App State basketball has changed. And like we talked about at the very beginning, there's an expectation now. I think that originally after 8 straight losing seasons and we came here, like there was people are happy we won, and now it's turned into expect to win. And we're okay with that. I think that that's what you really want.
Thanks, Coach.
Ethan Bumgarner with App State Athletics. Coach, C.J. Hunley got an invite to participate in Damian Lillard's Formula Zero camp in August. Can you please explain what that means to you, to his program, and to, like, for him as a player?
Yeah, I mean, a huge honor for CJ and our program. One of 20, the camp's only been in existence, I think, for 3 years. And one of 20 college players selected. Every NBA team was there. And not only did he get selected, he did well. And the only reason I know that is because we had about 6 NBA teams call about his performance out there. But, I think he earned it. And CJ, not only has been successful on the court here, and I think he started, 52 games. He's played in 88 games. It's almost at 2,000 minutes and things, and preseason all-conference. But he's not the only one, but he's what we want our program to be represented from a person, from a student, and a player. He was on the chancellor's list last spring. That's a 4.0. He's been on the dean's list. And so I think that one of CJ's strengths, he just plays hard. And so you don't really notice his mistakes because he's playing at a high level with effort, all the time. And I think that's really kind of what, obviously he's got some metrics that are attractive with his height, wingspan, ability to shoot the ball. But I think that talking to the people that were on that selection committee for the Damian Lillard Formula Zero camp they were really just impressed how hard he plays every possession. And I think that's probably what sent him over the top.
Talk about some of the newcomers you have on your team this year and what skill sets they bring to your team.
Yeah, so we've got 6 newcomers. Miles Tate, the one transfer from Butler, we were in his top 5 out of high school. I was the very first head coach to ever offer him a Division I scholarship at Presbyterian, as Noah mentioned earlier. And so there was a relationship there. He's someone that led Dorman High School to 4 straight state championships at the highest classification, and then never won a state championship. And so he's got some winning intangibles. But like I said, we were at his top 5 out of high school. And so there was a relationship there. He went through a coaching change and stuff at Butler. But Miles has been good because he's a really good teammate. And so not only is he a good player and will really help us at the point guard position, but the people in that locker room really love him because he's about the right stuff and he's a really good teammate. Trayvon Spillers, first team junior college All-American, led the country in blocks. I think he was 3rd in rebounding. Provides us some more length, athleticism. And then we've got 4 high school kids. Etienne Struthers from Virginia, nice body, athleticism, shoots the ball. Jordan Marsh from Charlotte, played at local Oak Hill Academy and then Moravian Prep. He's a very, very quick, fast. He's got a really good ability to score the ball as well. Josh Hayes from Gainesville, Florida, 6'9" with a 7'4" wingspan. Really provides some more length and front court depth and has really good ability to score around the rim, great touch. And then Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson is a guy that we identified and recruited and has played at a high level of football. And so he's never really played basketball for a full year, but came in at 6'9", 283, and he's already at 6'9", 260, getting in basketball shape. And once again, we pride ourselves on development, but Luke Wilson's going to be a good player around here.
And then lastly for me is regarding your team retreats, explain the process of planning them and what you hope to achieve from them as a team bonding point of view.
Yeah. Once again, I think we're big on that, the development, the experience on and off the court. And we took our team to Fort Liberty, and just did some great team building exercises. We went in the classroom with one of the sergeant majors, and just a great experience. Really gave a lot of perspective to our players and coaches. As someone whose dad served in the military, we have great respect for the men and women that serve our country. And then it was also, we have some players on our team that have several family members that have served in the military. So like just going on base, seeing that experience, so I think was really great for our team. And to go away and spend some time together and bond, I think that you're certainly always looking to build chemistry, but you're always looking to build camaraderie as well. You know, the camaraderie is just as important as the chemistry.
Coach, you talked about scheduling and how it takes two sides to get deals done. Can you speak to the efforts to get high-level competition to come here to Boone, and in particular Auburn, a perennial top 25 team, and what it means to have them coming and for that game to be picked up on national TV?
Yeah, Joy, certainly when I got here 4 years ago, I heard a lot from fans and people, hey, when can you get one of these big schools to come here? Those are not easy, as Joey said, right? And so it's really happened once in the home center. Opening night, North Carolina opened the building. And now when Auburn comes here, Sunday, December 3rd, but we go there twice. We've already been once. We're going to go again next year. But I think in the climate and the competitive nature of college basketball, there's not a lot of schools that want to go on the road. And I asked some schools, but fortunately, and I give credit really to Bruce Pearl. He's the one that has done that, and he's really done it consistently. We're not the only school that he's done that with, but at the end of the day, it takes someone else to say yes to that. Hey, I want to go on the road, and so I give him credit for that. But we're also excited to host here in the home center, the first ever national television game, so ESPN2 on a Sunday at 1 o'clock. I think this will be great to showcase App State, our students, our fans, our alumni at home. It's going to be awesome, and we look forward to hosting the Auburn Tigers.
Any other questions for Coach Kearns?
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
What is my favorite Taylor Swift song? I'm not officially a Swiftie, maybe like you, but I would probably go Blank Space. That would probably be my favorite Taylor Swift song.
What's your favorite Mario character?
Ooh. What is my favorite Super Mario character? Hands down, easy, Luigi. I'm a big Luigi fan, and I'm on a ride with Luigi every day of the week.
Any other questions for Coach Kearns? All right.
Thanks, y'all, for being here. Go Mountaineers, take the stairs. Thank you.
That concludes today's men's basketball media day portion. Up next, we will have the women's team with Angel Elderkin.